Hey, everybody, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It is time for our show that we do. Let me see if I can find. Everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I am in the Near Disney YouTube studio, and I'm super, super excited. I have a very dear friend that I have known since the beginning of Celebration. And so when she had the invite that came out to say nominate somebody that's really extraordinary as a youth, she didn't hesitate for a second to nominate Julian Boyle. So I want to welcome Julian Boyle as the next Pat Schroeder Award winner.
Thanks for having me. I'm very honored to be nominated.
Well, Cindy Bone is very well loved, Julian. I don't know if you know this or not, but anytime you say that name, anybody in the town that Disney built, big smile. She's done a lot for this community. So when she nominated you, we all, the nomination group, said, oh, whoever she says for sure is 2 thumbs up. So Cindy, you want to tell everybody a little bit how long you've lived here and what you do?
Boy, that's been a long time. I moved here in 1996. I was actually in the lottery to live in Celebration, which was really exciting. And I taught 10 years prior in New Jersey, and then took a very small break, maybe a year or two, and then went back. So I think this is my 36th year teaching. I've been in education that long, and I've known Julian since kindergarten. So I've had the privilege, just the joy of watching him grow up. He's just an amazing young man.
And Julian, I think, how did you say you're 17 when I was talking to you earlier?
Yep, I'm 17, turning 18 in 2024. Coming up soon.
So you've known Miss Bone for a very, very long time, yes?
Basically, my entire childhood and into my young adult life. I've known her for a long time.
So Cindy, what stands out with Julian? Why did you select him as the next Pat Schroeder Award winner? Because this nomination is representing young people that are making this world a better place.
Absolutely. You know, when you asked me if anyone stood out who I would nominate, I really didn't have to think long at all. Julian really is just an exceptional young man. He's always been sweet and kind and just very attentive, always engaged. But just watching he and his family grow through the years, and seeing how Julian has handled his trials in his life. You know, I don't know if Julian shared with you, but he lost his father several years ago.
I didn't know that.
And I've just never seen anyone step up like him and just feels in a beautiful, loving way, so devoted, and just take on such a huge responsibility as the leader. He has very traditional, beautiful values, and he just felt like he had to carry his family in a way just to support them in any way that they needed it, whether it was physically, emotionally. And if I could just jump ahead, Julian started volunteering for me. He's gone through my programs, but he started volunteering for me when he entered high school, because as you know, all high school students need volunteer hours. And when juniors are approaching senior year and they volunteered for a long time, I've actually given them the name team leaders. They have the opportunity to interview and apply for a job through Kabloom, through my small business. Julian, he has so many volunteer hours, he couldn't possibly need any more. He could win Volunteer of the Year award. He had the courage to come up to me and ask to meet with me and ask for an interview prior to him even being at that age where usually team leaders come to me. So I really was just so impressed with the courage and his initiative to just seek a job and tell me that he was ready for that next level. And I was so impressed by that. And his work ethic is incredibly strong. The other team leaders tease him because I say Julian and he runs. He just dashes. And what's up, Miss Bone? What can I do for you? Right, Julian?
Coming, Miss Bone.
Yeah, coming, Miss Bone. They tease him all the time. And he really handles the teasing quite well. I'm just so impressed with his confidence. He giggles, he kind of laughs back, and he kind of gives it right back to him. And I love his attitude. Attitude is everything in life, as you know.
Yes. What do you think about that, Julian? That was a beautiful testimony about who you are. What do you think about that?
I'm honestly very honored about what you said, Miss Bone. I don't think anyone could have said that better than you have, and it's very I guess eye-opening to just know the effect I've been able to have on people.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And even the effects, don't ever think twice that you don't have an effect on adults, because I continue to learn so much from young people and even younger like you. So you've taught me a lot, Julian. You really have.
Thank you, Miss Bone.
Oh, I love that. And you talked a little bit about your family. We're probably going to encourage you. I hear you might have a younger sister too that you've had an influence on. You want to talk a little bit about her or anybody else?
So my little sister, I like to, we have a close family around here. So I like to, we play with her. The friendly way of, like, I guess, picking on the right way with siblings, where you just tease them a bit, but you have fun and you just be a family together. Me and her we'll usually hang out, like we'll go for walks just because it's fun to go outside. We get to hang out together, and she's just a very fun person to be around, especially because she's my little sister. And I'm just glad that she's taking an interest in art.
And Julian, you want to tell us a little bit about what you want to do after you graduate from high school?
Sure thing. So after high school, I want to go into college for aerospace, more specifically spacecraft design, just because I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint where, but I just found that's the thing I want to do, because it's very interesting, and it's just the future of where we're heading. And it's hard to describe, but it's what I want to do, and I have an intense passion for it. It's one of the coolest things I ever stumbled upon. And so that's why I want to pursue with my life goals, especially out of, like, as I discussed a bit earlier, out of the Air Force. I want to go work for an aerospace company so I can apply future technologies.
Yeah, I love that. Aerospace engineer. And you're absolutely right. That's definitely the future. And so, so anything else that you'd like to tell young people, Julian? You're definitely a leader and you're inspiring people already, but I want this message to go out to all young people.
I think the advice I wish I had when I was younger is that, especially when you're, like, going into high school, it's okay not to know what you want to do, because you will discover it. Because I felt there was a pressure to know what I wanted to do, especially because you're picking the courses that you're going to take, you're picking the general field you're going to do, and it kind of puts pressure that you have to know what you're going to do. But just wait, essentially. Look inward and see what you like to do, and it will come to you.
I think that's great advice. So what we're going to do now, just so that you know, so I partner with the Celebration Foundation. And so they, of course, have signed off and said, absolutely, you're one of the leaders. They're going to be putting a yard sign in front of your home for a week, showing that you are the Pat Schroeder Award winner, so that all the neighbors can see, because we want everybody to know about you. And then we're also partnering with the Downtown Diner and Celebration. And so Adrian Perez and his lovely wife, Courtney, and that whole crew, they're going to invite you and Miss Bone down to have a milkshake of your choice, because Pat Schroeder, who did big, wonderful things for the world in Congress, would always say she would always make time for ice cream. Oh. So her husband, Jim Schroeder, who, by the way, is one of your neighbors, he doesn't live too far from you, came down and did a taste test. Her favorite was like an Oreo cookie type of thing, but you can pick whatever you want. Well, Cindy, can you think of anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, gosh. I'm just so proud of you, Julian. I really am. I think you have such strength for someone your age. You're just a rare breed. You really are, in a world today where we really do, there's some challenges out there. You are steadfast, you're strong, and you stand by your faith. You're very faith-filled, which is huge, and just driven. I know your mom is so proud of you and your two sisters, and I know all of us, we just feel so honored and blessed to be in your life. So thank you.
Good job, Julian. That's right. All right, you guys. Well, please make sure you subscribe and like to the Near Disney YouTube station because we're giving you content, new content every week. And tonight we've had a great one because we were able to introduce you to a Pat Schroeder Award winner, Julian Boyle. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Kim. See you.
Thank you.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.
I wanted to thank Dee Bellavati, our YouTube producer, for putting that package together. And I'm so excited. I've known Cindy Bone for, we're both founding residents. And so that would be like 1996. She's an incredible teacher. She's an incredible encourager. She is very talented. You know, if you haven't had the opportunity, if you're in the Central Florida area and looking for like a really cool, creative school, Kabloom, Kabloom, is phenomenal. And your kids can sign up there and get to experience that. But Julian Boyle, wow, what a great young man, 17 years old. He's got a lot on his shoulders, and he has done extremely well. And I can't wait to see how life pans out for him. And he's got a great start by growing up in the town that Disney built. So what we do on Monday nights is we talk to the Celebration residents, and we also open this up in case somebody's thinking about moving to Celebration. You might be wanting to meet some of the young people that have been nominated for the Pat Schroeder Award. You know, Pat passed away this year, and she was a very dear friend of mine. She's a congresswoman from Colorado. Her husband, Jim, still lives in this town, and Pat was just such an incredible force of positivity, and she made so many great things happen in this world that we wanted her legacy to be remembered. So I partner with the Celebration Foundation and also the Downtown Diner. So AP, Perez, Courtney, and that whole crew down there, they're incredible. And what we just like to do is introduce you to a lot of cool people. And there's so many cool people that live in this town, about 14,000. We also, during this show every week, we will talk about some of the cool activities that are coming up so that you don't miss it. And let's talk about this one, because this only happens twice a year. In the town of Celebration on October 7th, which is this Saturday, which is my birthday, by the way, we have a porch and yard sale. And I think it says from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., but I will share with you, people start knocking on doors about 7 a.m. You drive through our town, you need to be patient because there's a lot of stuff that's out there for sale, a lot of great buys, a lot of people have a lot of good taste in this town, and they're selling stuff for really good prices. And so you just drive through Celebration. And on top of that, I saw today that the Market Street Gallery, which is in downtown Celebration on not Bloom Street, on Market Street, that would make sense. They are going to combine an effort that day, and they're going to have a sidewalk sale with a lot of their stuff off, up to 75% off. So it might be just kind of a cool day. I'm hoping the weather's going to be incredible. Here we are, October 2nd. I will share with you, I feel like the weather is getting closer to that Chamber of Commerce weather that we've all been able to enjoy. And so just get ready. And for those of you that are getting ready for the porch and yard sale, I'm doing the same thing too. And I know I've got some goodies that are going to be for sale. What else is coming up in this wonderful town? Halloween. It's a big deal. The town of Celebration. We like to celebrate. And it looks like Town Hall. We've got a home decorating contest, and it's going on now up through October 13th at noon. One winner from each category will be announced on October 20th on a flash. I'll announce it here too. Hopefully we can get some really good photos. The categories are best theme, scariest, most original, and harvest. and they'll receive a yard sign to display with pride that they are winners. So Halloween, we've got that going on. I do want to say I did see that Celebration High School, and I thought I had a flyer up on it, is going to be doing something in their gym on October 7th that night. Let me see. Nope, not that one. Sorry. But there was something where it is it is the high school gym, and it is October 7th, and they were decorating it. If anybody's interested in going to that, just give me a call. Let me see if I'll find it before the end of the show. What about that? I think it's $5 a person, $3 for students on October 7th, Celebration High School. Yes, that's what it is. That's the information. All right. What else is going around in our town? I'd like to say I've got a flyer, but let me go ahead and announce this as well. Illuminate Church, which has been with Celebration for 11 years, come this Sunday. They call it the anniversary instead of anniversary. I guess it's birthday anniversary, but it's Sunday, this Sunday. For those of you that might like an invitation, I always invite you out. You know, I'm part of the worship team on Sunday. I'm not up on the platform, but I will be attending. So if you've ever wanted to attend a church, we meet in the high school for right now, because, you know, the big new building that is going up is probably going to be open closer to Thanksgiving. So in the interim, we're meeting at the Celebration High School, and there's a service at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. I usually go to the 11 a.m. if I'm not singing that day. So I'll probably be there at 11. Would love, love, love for you to come. So you can call me, text me, say, hey, Kim, I'm coming. I'll meet you out front, walk you inside so you don't feel like you're sitting by yourself. You can dress casual. But if you haven't had the opportunity to visit Illuminate, I would encourage you to do so. And you have an open invitation for me. Okay. What else is going on? We are talking about, this is coming up. So not this Wednesday. Let me make sure I'm looking at my calendar. So it's October the 10th. So that would be next Wednesday. Remember when they were having dueling pianos out by Lakeside Park? And for those of you, if you're watching and you're thinking about moving here, there's lots of incredible fun things that go on around this town. And so down by Lakeside Park, if you've ever visited Celebration, there's a Columbia restaurant, and cat-a-corner to that, there is an area that a lot of times will have live entertainment, and it's right by the lake. It's absolutely gorgeous. You bring a folding chair down there if you want. Sometimes people bring a picnic basket, beautiful music. This was going to happen, I think, on September 20th, and it rained that day. So they're just rescheduling it. So it is the new date, October 10th from 6 to 9 p.m., Lakeside Park. You bring your ID so that you can come and listen to the music. If you're thinking about moving here and you want to go to that, give me a call. One of my team members will escort you down there, because we want you to be able to experience everything that Celebration has to offer, and music for sure. Matter of fact, I was meeting with the worship director from Illuminate Church today, had a wonderful meeting with him. And if you have not ever seen Landon Perkins in action, that man can sing, he can play guitar, he can drums, everything. Because if you think about it, this town, a lot of Disney entertainers are from here. Landon was one of those as well. And he could be touring with any band at any moment. And so he's part of the Illuminate. Actually, he's the worship director at Illuminate Church. We love that. Actually, the worship director for the Catholic Church in town is Brad Fischetti, and he was a member of LFO, if you remember that boy band. So lots of good stuff happening here. All right, what else? We talked about the porch sale. We talked about Halloween. Now, for those of you that are prepping for Halloween, and if you haven't experienced a Halloween in Celebration yet, we always do it the night of Halloween. So I think Halloween is a Tuesday night. Yes, I have seen the little children start arriving as early as 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But typically you start seeing the kids arrive 5:30, 6 by 7 o'clock jamming, right? So if you're on Celebration Avenue, you need to be prepared with a lot of candy. When we did the pirate ship in town, we did a clicker At one point, we had over 40 friends. Rod and I have 40 friends that would help us hand out candy because you got a lot of attention from the kids. Over 5,000 children showed up the year that we did the clicker, and we actually stopped clicking. And so we knew we had given out a lot of candy, but it was one of the most wonderful evenings ever, especially the grandmothers that were coming from outside of Celebration, bringing their grandchildren that they had handmade their costumes with pride. And then they came up to the pirate ship, and our pirates would welcome them. And just really, it's a wonderful place to live. But be prepared. I would start going to, I remember Publix was running out of candy. And then you don't want to forget Walgreens typically has candy. I know a lot of people are headed to Walmart, Sam's Club, CVS, candy. It's not a bad idea to start just prepping to get your candy because Halloween will be here before we know it. Does that sound right? Yes. Another thing that we do, let's talk about this a little bit. My Realtor Dream Team, because we were part of a home expo lately, we have decided we want to give a service to the town because we know not everybody is ready that they want to put their house up for sale because they're saying, I like where I live. I don't want to move around. So if you call me, I will get you in touch with one of my Realtor Dream Team, if not myself, and we'll walk through your house with you if you want, because a lot of people are sitting on record-breaking equity in their home right now. And they might be sitting in a house saying, gosh, I like it, but I really need another bathroom in this house. Or gosh, I like it, but this kitchen needs to be renovated because at some point I might want to sell. We will help you figure out, there's HELOCs that are out there, home equity lines of credit. And it was very affordable. I want to say $50,000 for a HELOC. Even with the rates today, it ended up being less than $400 a month for somebody to get a brand new kitchen. And that would be extraordinary. Kitchen appliances. We've got contractors that we work with from the expo as well. We've got estimates on cost. A lot of it is just people get frozen because they don't know what the numbers are. And I'm here to tell you the numbers are not that crazy when you want to remodel and make things better for yourself. And then you can also talk to us about if you're like, hey, I'd like you to give us a number in regard to what you think can jazz up this home for it helps us so it's more friendly for our family. Or, hey, Kim, while you're at it, could you give us an idea on what you think the price of our house would be if we put it up on the market for sale? Because a lot of you have been reading that interest rates are going really high and the prices are coming down and people are getting confused. And I do this for a living. Plus my Realtor Dream Team, they know this town like the back of their hand as well. So we can give you guidance. That's what we're here for. That's what we love to do. Speaking of that, every week what we do is we share the last 7 days of what's been going on in the market, because we do know that one of your biggest investments in life will be what you do with real estate. So, and this also helps people that are looking to possibly move here from out of town. Oh, hello, Elijah. Speaking of one of my Realtor Dream Team members, I see a thumbs up from Elijah Lewis. He is our team captain and he's incredible. So if you hadn't had the opportunity to meet him yet, Elijah Lewis is on our Near Disney YouTube channel. I know some of you are watching from Facebook, but if you'll go to Near Disney YouTube channel, subscribe and like, hit that button for us because it will alert you whenever we're giving some new content out. We're doing new content all of the time. And it's about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. But for now, what I'm showing you, this is an MLS sheet, multiple listing services sheet. This is something a realtor would have access to. And what I'm seeing the last 7 days, it looks like 19 properties were impacted in Celebration. We don't have a lot of inventory. We do not. And so what I'm looking at is how many actives came on the market and how many solds, how many is coming on and how many is leaving. So I can get a better idea, is it a seller's market or a buyer's market or what's going on? And like I said, I've been a realtor here since the beginning, and my mom is a broker. So I really have been with real estate stuff for 40 years. And so I know this market like none other. I will share with you that there's five properties if you can see me, 5 actives that came on the market, only 5. And there were 4 pending, four pending. But look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sold this last 7 days. 10. That's a lot. 10 going out and only 5 coming in. What does that tell me? It's going to be getting back to a really strong seller's market again because the inventory is not available. And you'll see as far as solds go, an estate that sold, it was on West Park, 4,440 square feet, sold for $1.4 million. And it had a pool and had a bonus area over the garage. And within walking to downtown, it was West Village. So that's a lot of information that we just share with everybody. But if you ever have any specific questions that you would like me to answer or have my team help you answer, I would love to do that. Speaking of my team, they have a Wednesday night show at 7 p.m. If you go to the Near Disney YouTube channel and subscribe and like, they do a Central Florida market update. And that update is at 25-mile radius around Cinderella's Castle. And I learn from them all of the time. And so you will see them on Wednesday nights. And then on Fridays, I do another show where it is an evergreen video. Sometimes I will say, here's my 4 favorite properties in all Central Florida. Sometimes we'll showcase, hey, these are some wonderful restaurants that you should be visiting. Sometimes it'll be what's the difference between Lake Nona and Celebration, all kinds of stuff. And actually, a lot of those videos are determined by what you guys are asking us to do. I wanted to thank Lori Van Meter. She was out there and said, can you do something on Brightline? So that's what we did. We immediately responded and talked to everybody about how fantastic, I cannot underscore this enough, how fantastic that we have a high-speed train from Orlando International Airport that'll take you all the way down to Miami in 3.5 hours. If you were to drive it, it'd probably take 4 hours. You probably have to have a couple of different stops. If you got a family that's going down there, there's going to be bathroom breaks and everything. You don't have that with the Brightline. You get on this really nice train. They have food and beverage available. There's bathrooms. There's free internet. Before you know it, you get down to Miami or closer, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, all that great stuff. You could even possibly go on the early train, go do something fun in South Florida and get back that same night. Rod and I, with the YouTube crew, with Dee and probably Tanya, our Latin, our Latin princess from our dream team, we're going to make that trip down there at some point. Rod and I've already done it, but we just want to do a little bit more shooting to show you how simple and wonderful it is. Welcome to the people from Miami that are watching this show. We know a lot of you are doing that now. We encourage you to go to our Near Disney YouTube channel and look at our videos that we're putting out in Portuguese and also in Spanish. We have a very diverse and wonderful and skilled realtor group that wants to make sure they're giving you every bit of piece of information that they can to help you. And I'm just looking, my only last comment here is, after hopefully I'll see you at church on Sunday, don't forget to buy your Powerball. I think that's my note. Don't forget to buy Powerball. I want to say it's $1 billion. $1 billion. So please go out there, and if you win, promise me you'll do something good. Do something special in the town of Celebration too, if you don't mind. All right. So if there's no other questions, here we go. I want to do this little ditty again. Information on Celebration. All right, everybody. Have a great night.